This is Normal Nerds Podcast. We're two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff and what else we feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Cersei.
And I'm your host who almost cried in the gym while watching one of these anime, Dave Spades.
This episode is our weekly anime recap, so sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. All right, Davis.
Yo.
I'm guessing Zenshu.
Yeah.
Yes,
Of course.
Yeah.
It was so emotional. Everything was happening.
Our fridge is so cold this has ice in it.
Oh jeez.
Okay, anyways. Weekly anime recap.
Yeah.
It's a big episode. We got anime.
Big episodes.
Well, yeah, well, I mean,
For one single episode for us. Yes,
Yes,
I understand now.
we got animes ending, and animes almost ending. I think next week we have 3 of them are ending. I think
Yeah.
Sakamoto Days ends, Shangri-La Frontier ends.
yeah.
Rezero's close to ending too, and Solo Leveling ends.
Yeah, I think the entire run we're on ends. We have to find a way
I
to
think
do
we
this.
actually we're gonna have a break in a weekly anime recap, not because like we're not watching anime. I
Yeah.
think there's just a
Nothing coming out. Wait.
No, we
April starts? No, Fire Force is coming out.
April 5th I think it comes out.
So that'll be
we at least have one anime.
Yeah.
At least we'll take a look at it. But anyways, big anime week. I think we should hop right into it because we got
There's
a lot
There's
to
a
talk
lot.
about.
There's so much.
And obviously, we're talking about, so far, what seems to be anime of the year.
Yeah.
I know it's the beginning of the year, but it's going to seem like it's going to be tough to top. However, there's a lot of juggernauts coming out.
True.
My Hero comes back in October. So.
That might do it.
Yeah, but we got Solo Leveling Season
2.
Episode 24.
Let's go.
The episode of episodes.
Holy moly. Anyone that complains that this anime is not as well drawn as what was going on in the manhwa can kick rocks. This was insane.
Damn it, that's what I meant to do. I meant to look up the manhwa fight to compare it.
I'll do it next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can kick rocks. This was an insane fight. It was an insane animation. I feel bad for the animators because I'm just
It was funny. I saw too. It was so while we were watching it, I compared it to the Tengen Uzi fight, and people have done that actually.
Really?
On the internet have compared.
I love the internet. So fast.
I just love sometimes how just like anime fans we're all just together in this. The cool ones, not the ones complaining about the fight. We'll get to that in a second. But we're talking about how glorious the fight was. It was one of those moments where it's like I had to realize myself. I'm like, dude, we're watching historical fight.
Yeah,
down.
we're watching Peak right now.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. It's great. We're in a golden age of anime. Have been for a while. Been saying it for a long time, and it's so nice to be here, especially with this fight, which it just starts out perfectly with a classic slugfest. And
that was cool. You don't usually see that.
Yeah, I know. It's been a long time.
In modern anime, usually it's just a real quick into insane animation going on.
Yeah, and not the characters just demonstrating I'm just stronger.
Yeah.
Or what do you call it? It's whoever flinches first sort of thing.
Which Biru flinched first.
Bug Boy.
Yeah, he flinched first.
Bug Boy went and whipped out his poison tongue, thought that was
a
it,
douche.
and then got his shit kicked out of him. Oh my goodness.
However, they are so lucky he showed up because he was so much stronger than. And the best was Hunter Byak there, whatever the president, the tiger guy.
Yeah, white
his face
there.
at one point where he's just I don't even know what's
I don't know.
Everyone else is just still at the point where they're like, what is happening? He's just there's just nothing we can do.
It's almost like a depressed face. He's just there's no way I can be this strong ever.
Oh, I saw more of just this is life.
I saw it more oh crap. Well,
I didn't see it as that at all.
I didn't see he's not depressed about it or anything like that. But
he just said depressed.
Okay, fine. He's not upset about it, but he is upset. He's not upset that Jinwoo is so strong. He's just he's depressed that he can't achieve that level. That's sort of what the theme's been going for. I saw it as
more he was apathetic at that point. It was just this is ridiculous.
I don't know. I saw it more as we'll see. I think that's what I thought that was where they're gonna send his character. Because his character's whole shtick has been how is he this strong? How do I get stronger? Sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Didn't he laugh at that moment when someone's what is the other guy's blonde? He's just
Yeah, but I saw that as a giving up on things laugh. When we hit rock bottom, you're just
we had totally different representations.
Oh, we did, yeah.
I did not see that. I thought it was just I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Oh,
I can't even believe I don't even know what I'm looking at.
True. Maybe
because I feel everyone was still in a chagrin moment.
Yeah, everyone was
what is that? And he's just I don't even know. I think he could be depressed.
Yeah.
But he's just like, I don't even know what I'm looking at.
Yeah,
No one knows
it's
what we're
like,
looking at.
this is
None of us have ever
insanity.
seen anything like this.
This is insanity right now.
Yeah.
Like, and it was. I doubt, and it was broadcast.
I know, yeah.
Which, he's not gonna like that.
By the goated cameraman.
That cameraman is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Well, the internet is just ran with like loving him.
I know. Well, he's like, well, I saw one today. It was good stealth, and it's Jinwoo, and then amazing stealth, and it's the healer, and it's true stealth, and it's the cameraman because he didn't die in that whole situation because he's just too weak for the bug to look at him. But I do enjoy that the Jinwoo there was like, please, no one say what you saw here today. Immediately the cameraman turns like, what a reporter. Just immediately I'm gonna broadcast all this.
Yeah, and I like the broadcast. Like, how can we possibly show this? What if the worst happens? Other than like the guy's classic media person's just like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we already cut the feed. The worst thing could happen that did.
Oh yeah, that's what he did say.
Yeah,
and it's like, I mean, you were like, no, worse things could definitely happen.
Yeah, definitely. You could watch your entire S rank.
I guess we didn't really see where the feed cut. So maybe they could have saw all the S ranks get fucked up.
There's a 10-second delay, so they probably could have shut it off right when what's her name got kicked.
But they didn't cut it on purpose.
No, the bug shut it off.
Yeah, I want to know. I don't even know how he did.
Maybe it shut it off. Didn't they all like scream at some point? I don't remember.
They never really explained how it got shut off.
Yeah, I thought it was interference from the bug.
They said there was some kind of interference. Could have been.
Yeah, hell if I know.
But. I did like.
Was it because they were swarming? Because it was so dense, they were swarming around the top that they couldn't.
No, because even Japan was like cut off, and they weren't They were like their mics were cut off.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's probably the black ant, probably.
Sure.
But everyone was talking like. It was one of those fights that I really enjoyed because everyone was talking it up like, oh, here's big fight, it's a big fight, blah, blah. Which I'm actually getting a little tired of. Like, sometimes just let us like.
Yeah, well, a little bit of manga readers can't do that.
Yeah, I know.
It's literally impossible for them. I think it's chemical imbalance in the brain. They have to try and spoil things.
Yeah. But it's funny because recapping fights on the podcast is like, as in like our favorite thing to see in anime is a really, really, really epic, awesome fight. But they're the worst thing to recap on the podcast.
Oh yeah, because all we're doing is like, this is great.
This is great. Like there was like, speaking of voice, it was great. Yes, the slugfest will start out awesome. Obviously the close up scene of his Jinwoo's eye, which everyone has been clipping, is incredible.
Yes.
Did like the way they used the old school like classic, like they're just lights that are just flashing and it's like a pretty. It seems like it's a lazy animation.
I think it looks amazing.
But I think the way they incorporated it into the fight was like awesome.
When you got the flashes of them moving, like when the rocks were being exploded everywhere, they were just like you caught them moving in and out there. So I got a question for you on that one. So with the eye scene where the bug's about to finish him off, quote unquote, if the skill hadn't upgraded in that second, do you think he was gonna lose, or do you think it was just like, do you think he was gonna get out of that?
He was gonna get out of it.
Yeah, you think so? I was trying to think about. What was he gonna get out of it with? Like, no, like, yeah, he's a Mary Sue, but like,
I don't think it would have killed him.
Yeah,
I don't think it would have killed him.
Yeah,
he would have been like, he might have lost his. He might have
lost his eye. I could see him like dodging to the side, maybe
after it hits his eye.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I could see that. But it was when the skill went off, I was like, even the bug was like, oh, I don't know what's going on anymore.
I did. It was one of those fights too. Some people have complained it was short. I don't know what the hell that's about.
It was half the episode.
Yeah, I know. One of those things I loved was like, for me, it felt like it just kept going.
It did. It felt like
I was like, oh my god, it's still going.
It's a 9-minute fight,
yeah,
like from start to finish. Because Crunchyroll has been doing this amazing thing. I don't know. They must work out rights and streaming stuff because not every show does this. But Crunchyroll put out like the last 2 big fights in Solo Leveling that happened. It put out the full really? 9-minute fights. Yes.
They must have like probably a new thing in their contracts when they stream anime that they're allowed to.
Yeah, must be or something like that. Which it just been fantastic. When I saw it, I was like, well, I sent it to you. We had just watched the fight like an hour ago, and I was like, time to watch it again.
Yeah. Could have been cool if Crunchyroll maybe just waited just a bit on that one.
Yeah,
we watched that like literally. I think like the episode came out like 20 minutes before we watched it.
Yeah, pretty much.
For us.
And they were going, it was going, but manga people can't stop spoiling things.
Yeah, that was So if anyone, I think it's one of those like the whole anime community loved it. I mean, obviously there's that 5% weebs who don't watch the Normal Nerds podcast because we're for the normal nerds who just enjoy awesomeness.
Yeah,
who complain about it because they're like, whatever, I don't know, they just complain for a million. Like there's some people who complain about the show because it's like, the character, like Jinwoo doesn't have enough depth or something like that. It's just like they expect every show to be like Full Metal Alchemist, where it's like, some shows are just like, there's an interesting-ish plot and there's cool fighting.
Yeah.
But the characters aren't drawn, like, you're not going to get a Scar villain.
Yeah.
Where like the villain is like really well written out, blah blah. It's just like this is just a badass strong dude.
Yeah,
like,
and you don't need that every time.
That's what I'm saying. Well, it just depends what you're watching.
Exactly.
It's like if I'm watching Solo Leveling, I'm expecting Solo Leveling, and it's amazing.
It's great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So nice.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, recency bias. I'd put this fight in like the top 10.
I'd agree with that. Yeah, I think it's.
I changed
better.
my mind. I think Tenkanuzi's better. Once again, solely for not animation wise. I think the animation in this was incredible. I think the way the way they like spun the fight was better. Like in the Tenkanuzi one, there's moments of great animation, but like this one was just like they flew like the flow of different animation going different animation. But there was just so much more depth to the Tenkanuzi fight.
I guess that was it was a big. In this one, it was Jinwoo doing just I'm gonna murder you. In Tenkanuzi, it was. Everyone was fighting for their lives there. So
well, no, I meant as in like, this is one of those things. I'm not saying this is, as I just complained. People complaining about this. This Black Ant I had no feelings for this. Like it had no character development. It meant nothing.
Yeah.
With a demon and like the demon that they're fighting in like Demon Slayer, like you're like I know this character. And
yeah,
like,
I understand. I understand. I agree with the depth of the stuff. That would make that fight a little bit better.
Yeah.
Drawn wise though, I think this one takes it though.
I definitely think this one takes it.
Yeah. The Demon Slayer's art is amazing. It's super cool and great, but this thing was just out of control.
It was mainly just that one scene in the Tenkanuzi fight where they're like, it's I can't remember the demon's name though. I wish I could.
Goro.
Yeah, I think. Versus Tengen and like like that one part is like the most crazy animation part, and that part is epic and awesome, obviously. But this had almost like every animation style in it.
Yeah, that possibly could. When he did that great spiral as the bug's running away, and he just goes up the.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. Also, I love. I bet the animators actually love that. Anime fans love this. Is when like a scene goes black and white for a second, because that just means they don't have to color that scene.
Yeah.
But it looks so cool.
The impact frames are fantastic for that. So I think they did the whole aura at the beginning of the fight, the Black Ant and the and Jinwoo's aura battle there that everyone fucking put across all of the internet constantly. I don't know if this is aura farming from this show. You've seen that stuff? You see that meme that keeps going around?
That's like a Gen Alpha.
Is that a Gen Alpha thing? Okay,
Gen Alpha, Gen Z term. Or that was before. That was
before this show. Okay,
way before this. Yeah.
Because I've only ever started seeing it pop up after Solo Leveling came out, and I was like, "What's?" And they're the only ones that talk about auras right now.
Yeah, they're talking about it a lot. It's like a Gen Alpha. Young Gen Z term, aura, or they like to say aura a lot, and aura farming. I don't know what aura farming is specifically. I'm not really too sure. I'm an adult.
True.
But what they don't realize is like some people are like, oh well, like because that is what's around him is an aura.
Yes.
And a lot of people are like, well, they stole that from Hunter x Hunter, and I'm like. Because I think that's what they specifically called in Hunter x Hunter, which they haven't really called it anything. I don't think in Solo Leveling. I think
they call it aura. They call it aura.
They call it aura or something like that. And I'm like, I mean, that's all the way from Dragon Ball, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't think they called it aura in Dragon Ball, but it's like it's the same. Every anime does this.
Yes, every single anime.
Literally every anime.
It's like just to show that they're that powerful and crap. Just like you guys aren't. Hunter x Hunter is not special.
No, Hunter x Hunter. No.
Hunter x Hunter. Sorry. Oh my goodness, I fell into it. Look at
that. You turned into a weeb for there.
I did. Oh no. Yeah.
But there was a lot of moments of this fight that this is one of those where it's like we could describe how awesome it was all day. We just gotta go watch it.
Yeah. Also, the system just boning him there, not letting him save his waifu.
I know.
The super elixir should have worked.
That should have worked.
That's bullshit. The first one, I'll give it to him.
What was the reason it didn't work?
The reason was that her HP was too low.
No, that wasn't the reason for the second one.
Oh, the second one? Oh, it was
like she was like it was like it because it wasn't like a disease or a poison. It didn't work or something like that.
Some crap like that.
It was like physical injuries. I was like, what?
It's a little bullshit.
It's called Elixir of Life. It took him to get 100 levels of a demon world to get it.
He beat something that was definitely gave him a bigger run for his money than this ant. And the Demon Monarch gave him away. It almost killed him.
Yeah, I think that's one of those things where it's like, if he never fought the Demon Monarch...
The ant would have been a problem.
Would have been the Demon Monarch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but since he fought the Demon Monarch, he just hit... I loved when he walked up to... I think it's Beerus, right? Beerus, yeah.
Sure, it's the bug.
Yeah, I love when he walked up and like he screamed in his face. And then like Jimmy was like, I don't care. And then he punches him and everyone's like, oh... he's already down for the count, blah blah. And Jinwoo's just like, I'm fine.
I'm fine. What do you guys? What? No, that was great. Also, you know, we're just keep gushing over this, but the scene where the stupid ant was like, "Ew, my other ant friends, help me out," and then just the army, he unleashes his monarch's domain, and the army rips them to shreds.
That was awesome.
And I was like, this is amazing.
When he's just there, no limbs, just staring up and watching all the ants die.
This is horrible.
It's going to be really interesting to see where it goes from here, because like now everyone knows who Jinwoo is, because he was a broadcaster live.
Yeah, I think he's about. I think he's about to arise the ant too to save the girl, because it'll be fast enough to get her out.
Oh, that might.
I think that's the move he's gonna do. So they're gonna know that he can pull back big monsters and stuff too.
I guess he technically doesn't need to get the ant, because he has a dragon.
He does, but the ant's faster. No, the ant's not faster than him.
Ant's not faster than him, but the ant can't fly.
He cannot fly. It could get her. Yeah, it could get her to heal. It could get her out to the ships where they have the medical people.
Yeah, he can't fly. He definitely could run on water. I know, like, he hasn't done it yet, but like at that speed
you're going at, yeah, you're good.
You know what's funny? It's just like anime never does that.
No, they don't. It's
There's
really
certain
weird.
anime where they'll do it, but like most anime don't do that, because I think they think it looks cheesy.
Probably,
unless you have chakra. Like,
yeah, that's what, like they made Naruto do it, but they gave Naruto a special ability to do it,
yeah.
as opposed to just being fast enough.
Yeah, it's funny how they're not like huge fans. Like there's a lot of anime where they don't do it.
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know. Yeah, it's such an American thing, I guess maybe.
I guess, yeah, it really is. No, I think it's like Sonic doing it. I guess that's anime.
Flash,
I guess that's Flash.
Dash from The Incredibles.
Dash. Yeah. Quicksilver probably does it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, sure.
Probably.
Yeah, why not? Any speedster. But it was a great episode. I'm sad next week is the last week. Internet is ripping his ankles to shreds right now.
Oh, it's the worst. It's the worst. I said it like, 3 episodes ago on the podcast? Yeah, I was like, the worst. There's times, okay, so if you listen to the podcast for a while, you'll know this, is like, me and David talk about this. Maybe it's because we just watched a ton of anime. It's like, we'll be watching an anime and say something, and then it will immediately happen after.
Yeah.
Literally, that episode, I was like, I started that episode when we started talking about Solo. I was like, by the way, Solo Leveling has the worst scene in all of anime right now, and I pointed that out. And then like 5 days later, the entire internet is just memeing the hell out.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I was way ahead of this.
Yeah, we should have memed it. Oh well.
Yeah, no, yeah. I sent it in our group chat at work. I was like, worst scene in anime right now, and then John responds with, he's like, I knew you were a freak. I was like, and I told him, I was like, literally as I sent this, I was like, John's going to make this dirty somehow. Instead of just understanding, we all agree this is the worst episode.
This is terrible. No, I'm
Did you know that they said that the last episode is going to have the biggest cliffhanger yet? I know. Why?
It's going to be about his dad. Why? It's going to be about his dad.
Oh, 100%.
It's about his dad.
Because he got introduced in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him
since. It's going to be bad.
Also, remember when they were like, the American Hunter? And then he hasn't shown up once.
Oh, yeah. The American Hunter was like an army unto himself.
Apparently, Cody says he's one of the strongest, if not the strongest hunters.
Cool. Doesn't really mean a lot with Jinwoo, but cool.
I mean, it's nothing to Jinwoo.
Yeah.
I did love when he's like, are you the king? Oh, I'll say the joke I said during the episode when we were there. It's like, are you the king of the humans? I was like, according to the outro, seems like he is.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
This outro definitely means something.
I feel like that's his space where he keeps all the other soldiers. Because they're all in there.
Ooh.
Right? Because it's all a bunch of knights in there.
And his old self is in there, too.
Yeah.
Ooh. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea. The intros and outros definitely mean something. Or the outros definitely mean something. I just don't know what.
I will say this, though, is even though I'm so familiar with this outro, because it's just like steals your brain. Solo Leveling's intro and outro, the show is incredible. Absolute mid.
Yeah. I don't care.
It really is. It's so bad.
I can't even remember.
People like on the internet too are like, oh, it's a no skip. I'm like, that's a no skip.
That's no skip. No, Shangri-La Frontier is a no skip. This is not. Yeah. This is a skip.
Also, I know I'm going to jump ahead on this one. We're almost done talking about Solo Leveling, but I was jump ahead on this. I did give I'll wait till we get to the anime.
All right. Sounds good.
But Solo Leveling, this definitely the highest ranked episode. I understand. I think this is the number one show now where I'm like, first season I was like, I don't understand why this is so overly hyped. And now I'm like, now I understand.
It makes total sense now why it's so hyped. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Yes, and we're here for it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But let's move on to Shangri-La Frontier
Season 2.
Episode 49.
Woo! Great time.
Sounded like you had a great time.
Woo, I had a blast in this episode actually because it was just Sunraku being Sunraku.
Very old school.
Yeah, it was just him doing his own thing, beating up some giant evil whale with a cool ass name. Actually, it was like Atlantica. Lepa Orca or something like that.
I don't know.
It was awesome. It was the fire, lightning, the whole idea of the creature was great.
Yes.
I thought it was fantastic. The cool ways he does it. The show just being awesome by giving us a little snippet of that general too.
Yeah.
I was like,
it was like a weird like alien mermaid.
yeah, weird ass thing, and I was like, oh, it was just great. It was just watching him goon around the entire time. Oh, I hate Gen Z and Gen Alpha so much.
I don't think he was gooning anywhere.
So freaking much, ruining words. Very legitimately not bad words.
Well, now it is. I mean, we lost that one. It's gone. It's gone.
Stupid. No, I'll fight it back.
Him goofing around everywhere. I agree with you. It was a very old school Shangri-La. I think there was like a little bit. I think next episode was the last one. I'm pretty sure. So I think it was like a little, just like, hey, remember, like what Sunraku's like when he's all by himself doing his thing.
I think it's just prepping it all up for their Tyranid run. Eventually,
which we're not going to see this.
We're not going to see, but I did like they gave us like we're day 5 or 2 or done at the end there.
5 days ago.
5 days. Okay, that was pretty good. I like that. Yeah, that was sick.
Which this anime comes back pretty quick. I don't know who's animating it and why they're doing it so fast, but keep it up.
Do it up. Turn into Black Clover, where you just never stop.
Seems like a Black Clover-ish anime. Doesn't it just have that vibe?
Got that as that vibe. It has that just good old let's keep going forever vibe. I like the model, and I think it's great.
Yeah, I liked the whole plan was great. It was a classic, Sunraku figuring out like, oh, I saw the tower was still alive, and this.
We're good. I'm just double checking. New camera, folks. I'm just checking on.
Hopefully you can tell.
Hopefully.
If you're watching.
Yes.
But is from a distance, he's like, oh, I noticed that this other one went off this pathway, and this one went off this pathway, and this figures it out for this reason.
I never would have got that at all.
No,
I'm just saying that right now. I know myself as a gamer.
No, but if we had those kind of video games, we'd be.
Yes, I'm sure. No, friggin' no. I'd be if I was lucky enough. I'd be the dude with the arrow girl. That's who I would be. Remember them from season 1 that we haven't seen since? Where she can shoot everything. I'd be that dude who's that nobody.
Luckily enough.
Yeah, facts. Yeah,
I'd rather be that dude.
100% true. Yeah, that's facts. Well, yeah, true. Yeah, I was going to say Sunraku has no girls, but he does.
That's true.
He does have Saiger Zero.
It is so funny though. It's like the first time in history. Thinking back, that's not this episode, but when they all met up together, I was like, "Wow, Sunraku does look like a little kid."
Yeah,
he's like so short.
They did a really good job of aging him down and aging those two up.
Yeah,
it was really really good. Like even Ken looks older than him, and it's like perfect, fantastic.
Yeah, but this episode was a pretty just like simple, good to go episode of. There was no SFLF mini, right?
No, unfortunately.
I checked, but there wasn't.
There's none. There was none. That whale pulled me and did a little spite move at the end.
That was hilarious.
That was good.
How mad would you have been though in game if that killed you?
I'd be furious.
Furious, right?
I'd be so
mad,
angry. It's like, you bitch devs, how dare you do this?
Yeah, I would have been so
I will find you. I loved how he was just like, can't wait till I beat Tyranid and had to put in new patches for me again.
Oh, that was cool.
My goodness.
It is funny that they put a patch in specifically for him.
Yeah, because there's a force of nature.
If he beats them, he will beat Tyranid.
Yes.
But when he does, how is he not famous?
I think he is famous. Right?
No, I mean even more famous.
Oh well,
to the point where how is he not famous?
True. Yeah, good point. Yeah, as a pro gamer.
Well, now when he pro games,
maybe. Yeah, maybe when he comes out with that, he's going to wear the mask the whole time.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, that's true. What a dork.
Yeah, he's a teenager.
I did love it. He's like, all right, time to go to sleep. And
then
it's already morning.
Yeah, I've had those nights. It's
he's
great.
going to be pissed.
Oh, he'd be so angry at him.
Like,
you played Shangri-La Frontier all night?
God, and that opening is just, whew.
It is. I'm going to miss
ending too. I love the ending song in this.
Yeah.
The 8-bit song. Oh,
Fire Force Season 2 did something like that too, and it was really good.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
I'm almost done with that. I got like 5 episodes left of that.
Somewhere around there too, yeah.
Yeah. I'll definitely try. I would start out. Go Loser Ranger. Watch the 12. So we can
hop back onto it. Sure.
Yeah, we can review it.
I can
so far, I'm like, this is a lot of fun.
All right, I can catch up to it. Is it like it's intense at points, right? Or is it just like sort of like a meh? I don't explain.
I wouldn't say it intense.
I don't know how to explain it. I'll figure it out.
It's not like dramatically intense. It's
anyone die?
Yeah, I mean,
Is there real stakes? I felt like there wasn't real stakes.
What's his name dies? Finder F or whatever, Monster F. The main guy's buddy dies, but it's like it's not like a die dramatic die. It's like, oh, this is really sad for like this style anime, but not like Zenshu level death.
Okay, yeah, it's just tense. Yeah. Okay.
But Shangri-La Frontier, the only thing I wanted to see and I'm really hoping later on to see is like, you didn't really get to see the items he got. No. He just holds up like 2 little fin things. I'm like, that's all you got?
That's all you got?
There had to have been more.
Tell me what you got.
Yeah.
It's the king at night.
I know.
It's an important monster.
Clearly and so strong that literally it took everything.
Yes.
Great scene is when he's punching the crap out of it, remembering that stupid princess girl from the original game.
Oh, that was cathartic.
Yeah.
And it was like, I hate you so much.
By the way, she gives a total satirical vibe of being Princess Zelda. Just want to point that out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure, that's what she is. She's like Princess Zelda and the fairy put together.
Yeah. The fairy?
What are the fairy and Zelda?
Oh, I meant like as in like, she's like, go here, do this for me. Go here, do this for you. Well, you want to kiss? Never in a million years. Because like Link and Zelda never kiss.
It's like, what was one of her punishments? Like, dance naked in the street and I'll forgive you.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, what on earth?
Yeah. You remember how this show starts? Is that like he's playing that game and then he just kicks her
in the face. Yeah. And it's like slowly it starts coming out. Like he's referenced that game more than once too of how bad it was. Her and then that annoying little kid that used to fall that was in that game.
Oh yeah,
go around and do shit.
Well, that's because that's the game that pushed him to play Shangri-La Frontier.
Yeah, he hates that game so much.
Yep.
But no, the beat down on the whale was fantastic. It was another one of those episodes, like just like Soul Leveling. It was another one of just the Sunraku did Sunraku's thing, did a big fun battle, and it was really coolly animated, and I had a great time watching it.
Yeah, it was awesome. Sunraku. It was weird to get like a solo Sunraku too.
Yeah.
I know Arabo was there, or Arabo, whatever, the Merman. Sure. I know he was there, but he really wasn't there.
He didn't really do anything other than catch him and swim around, which is good for NPC. Which is good for an NPC to do, yeah.
Distract is great.
Yeah. How great was it, though, when he was swimming down at and Sunraku's after image thing disappeared, and like he drew aggro and was like, shit, I didn't want to do this.
Well, after he like tried to get aggro, so he's like, I'm going to get closer.
Yep.
And then also he's like, oh crap.
Oh no.
It worked.
It worked too well.
But it was interesting to get a solo Sunraku up.
So. Yeah, I enjoy it.
But let's move on to Rezero, season
3,
episode 65.
Disgusting.
Disgusting was the name of this episode. Disgusting was the name of this episode because
Lust needs to be put into a box and shot into the sun.
I know.
She is so gross.
I know.
So gross.
Of course she would like turn into a bunch of rats.
Uh-huh.
And then they animated the fuck out of her getting put back together with the rats.
And it's like, just like her skeleton being rebuilt there, and she didn't have her eyes, and just like, when she turned into the dragon, her eyes melted out of her head.
Yeah, that was so gross.
I was like, this is all unnecessary.
They animate her transformation so aggressively.
She might be grosser than, God, it's tough. It's a coin toss for me right now. Because Beetlejuice was really gross. Remember the finger things he used to do though?
That is really gross, but they animate her transformation so disgustingly. And I hate that she looks like a little kid.
Yeah, I know.
Because I know there's weebs out there. They're like, she's actually like 1,000 years old.
I'm gonna get a tattoo of her on my arm.
Oh God.
Terrible.
Yeah, and it just annoys me that the writer of the show made her a kid. I'm like, what are you doing?
Like, just make her horrible.
Japan, why you gotta be weird?
I know, but that's what they do. They like the weirdness.
I'm very interested. Al, I don't know if Al's always been talking like this or if I just missed it when he's like dying the first time hurts the most.
Yeah.
He's like the other times aren't so bad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you die? Yeah. Multiple times?
I don't know. There's also something going on with his helmet there because he was like scared of taking it off there for a minute.
I'm like, are you a version of Subaru?
Yeah. He also
are you an Outworlder?
I doubt he's a version of Subaru.
Like an Outworlder.
Like an Outworlder? Yeah, it has been confirmed that there were other ones in that world. Yeah, yes. So maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Another interesting point from him was when he heard that purple hair girl could do magic, he was like, that's not what you can do.
Yeah, that was weird.
I wonder if she's an imposter of whatever real princess is supposed to be out there.
Yeah, but who?
I have no idea. It's another layer.
Did love when he called Felix the cat femboy.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That was friggin' hilarious.
That was really, really good.
I was like, yeah, good.
I was so good. I was really hoping though that Lust would just be buried. I know she wasn't gonna be. I was hoping Lust would just be buried under that.
Of course she wasn't.
I know, but I thought I wasn't gonna buy them some time at least, and it didn't.
It didn't at all.
I just don't know how you kill her.
Well, I like it. They were like, how do we stop this thing? It's like, give it the Naruto move.
Try talking to it.
No. With Shikamaru and I can't remember the villain's name.
Oh,
Remember.
Hidan?
Yeah, where he just buried him alive.
Yeah, that's possible. But she can transform into other things and like burrow out.
Well, I was like, I thought that's what their plan was, like not to kill her, just to trap her forever.
Yeah, I mean, for most, who wouldn't that kill for the most part?
I wouldn't say it wouldn't kill her.
I mean, yeah, but burying her, like who wouldn't that trap?
Saitama, Goku.
Okay, in the show. Her and Greed, maybe.
Greed, if he still had his thing.
Yeah, that's all.
But he doesn't anymore.
No, he is dead. But
probably, I don't know. Probably
not. I don't think it's trapping Wrath, and I think it's trapping Wrath, and I think it's trapping Gluttonies. You good?
The table's shaking.
Oh, okay. I was taking my hand off of that.
I was. You know what's funny is watching the. Was the last time you watched the opening for this?
A long time.
You should watch it. It absolutely lies.
Really?
It lies, and I love it.
Really?
It has all the wrong people fighting different.
Really?
Yeah, it lies. 100% lies.
Ooh, I'll check it out.
Amelia's fighting Wrath.
Technically did do that.
No, not like
that.
Yeah, it's only on the same bridge where Priscilla fought her, and then Priscilla's like fighting like Gluttony, I think.
Really?
And then
that's funny.
Yeah, it's not any of the people who are fighting the actual people.
That's
except
funny.
for Wilhelm is fighting his way.
Okay, well, yeah, that makes sense. That's funny though. Nice.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it in a long time. I'll check it out. That's great.
Yeah,
that's
funny.
really funny.
Yeah, like straight up lies, and I love it.
Nice.
Beyond Lost being absolutely gross and awful, and then just piecing out because she did what she needed to do for everything.
The only time she got really mad was when they mentioned the gospel.
Yeah, because she just was like, I do what I want. Meh.
Except when the gospel tells me not to.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. And then she just pieced out and left a bunch of alive/dead and weird.
Dead. The beast things. They're dead. They're done.
And then we saw my favorite thing about this so far this season is pretty much this every episode of every Archbishop is just wait till Reinhardt shows up.
That is very accurate.
That's literally
every single time.
Reinhardt shows up and just blows them all to bits.
Yep. It's like, I got it, guys.
Yep.
Yeah. That's pretty much his whole shtick. Well, like, once they finished up with Greed, it was like, maybe that was Subaru's plan though the entire time. It's like, yeah, it's finish up one and then just have him go and do everything else.
I mean, he's that fucking strong. So.
Yeah, and it's working out really, really well for them.
And then the other part of the episode was, first of all, Gluttony is awful.
Yes.
But very well developed.
Oh,
Did not see this can hold the personalities and all the memories of people.
Yeah.
Because Julius immediately starts out, he's like, I'm Julius. And I was like, you idiot. But apparently he always knew Julius's name because he ate Julius's little brother.
Yeah.
Which is awful.
Horrible. Very bad. Made his whole family forget about him.
That's terrible.
That's really...
What an annoying ability.
That's real. Yeah. It's the memory loss part.
Yeah.
The one thing if you could like feel like there's a gap there, they can't even feel there's a gap there. Mm-hmm. That person is like completely erased. And it's like, this is diabolical.
It is diabolical.
This is really, really bad. I don't know why that stupid Witch of Gluttony ever made this stupid ability. Because the White Whale did this too, so it's her ability, not some like weird morphing of their authorities.
No, yeah.
It's what she made. And like
she's awful.
She is awful. I remember Subaru talked to her in season 2, and it was like,
I don't remember what she looked like.
She's the one that was she was another child. White hair, purple blindfold, in that weird like coffin robot chained up thing sort of thing. And it was like her reasoning. He asked her, "Was like, why'd you make these awful, awful, awful monsters?" And she was like,
"This one."
Yeah, she's freaking nuts. And she was like, "Well, with the white rabbit, it self replicates, so everyone can always have food and all this stuff." But it's like the problem is it eats people and it's a monster.
Yeah.
It's like with the white whale too. It's like you could cut that up and eat that too. But it's like her reasoning was like you have to. I think it was like her reasoning was like in order to kill, you have to be able to be killed or some shit like that. And it was like you're a bad person and you deserve to be dead and where you are right now.
Yes, that's true.
You're horrible.
Maybe that's why she was like one of the few witches that was completely like
that might be a good. Maybe that's a good move.
Not bad because Gluttony is awful. I did love how Otto figured it out, and then Otto's like, "No one say my name," and they're like, "I don't know your name."
Poor Otto. Poor
Otto, our boy.
Our boy Otto. Always coming in clutch. Always doing so well.
Otto's rocks when he grabs him just to put the bombs on him.
That was
I knew it wasn't going to do anything, but it was cool.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It just blew his clothes off, and I was in the gym watching that. It's like, please don't be naked. Please don't be naked. Please don't be naked.
I did like how Gluttony has like pointed out he hates Otto because Otto is smart.
Yeah,
and
he's not a fan of those ones. He wants the big dumb.
Out.
He wants the dumb ones that are gonna steal their stuff from.
I don't know how like Julius and Ricardo are gonna beat Gluttony.
Neither do I. I don't know because they're not strong. It's probably they're probably prime candidates for Reinhard to show up.
That's probably what it is, and Julius is gonna hate it.
Yeah, that'd be pretty great though. There'll be some. I don't know. There'll be something. It's not like he can't fight him because he demonstrated that he could if he gets unorthodox with his moveset or does things after his brother disappeared. He can hit him with. It's just all his normal movesets he can't do. Problem is his normal movesets are apparently blow his whole load as fast as possible.
I know, yeah, I know. His biggest attack first.
And hope for the best. And it's like, well, that doesn't work. So maybe aim it at his feet.
Yeah, I know.
It's an explosion. It's an AoE. You don't really gotta hit the target.
That's true. Just hit the ground.
Just hit the ground. But then if people in anime, they never do that. They always go for the chest shot, and it's like, why? Yeah. You don't need the chest shot.
Because they all want to make everyone donut hold.
My goodness.
S healer from healer from Solo Leveling. Ace.
Ace. Yeah.
Whitebeard. And Whitebeard that didn't really count because he didn't have to go through his back. Yeah. There's another whole person. Who is it? Oh, who is it? Who has a hole through their chest and they died? It's Ace, and there's another person. I guess technically Minato.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I don't think that's not what I'm talking about. But
anyway, turn into donuts.
What I was gonna say is I did like when Beatrice showed up. I was like, yes.
That was great. When the episode cut and Otto was about to get his fingers ripped off, and then like she started talking, I was like,
weren't you like when his fingers started to get off? I was like, don't you do this to me!
Not my boy!
Yeah, I know.
Don't you hurt my boy!
I know, what a douche.
And then
just kill him.
No, he wants to eat him.
Oh yeah, because he wants his name.
So he's torture him until he gets it.
Yeah, because he wanted his name.
And then Beatrice showed up and it's like, finally! Yeah. It's been so long! Since the start of the season.
Also, when he was like, hey, Beatrice, blah, blah, I was like, oh, he knows her name. How does he know her name? And then literally, like, after I said that, I was like, I was like, you piece of shit.
You garbage.
Kill this man!
I hate you so much.
And then Beatrice is like, don't let Subaru know about this. It will break him too much. I was like, Gah!
What a Rem. That was great. When they both like got together, it's like, we're gonna stop you ourselves for Subaru can. Because we're his best friends.
Yes.
Would Rem know Otto's name? I'm trying to think.
No.
Because it was at the White Whale. Was Rem at the White Whale? Rem was at the White Whale.
Oh yeah, but she's not gonna remember Otto.
Yeah, okay.
Otto was barely important.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Yeah,
he was just like the carriage guy.
Yeah, I guess it's a good point. Yeah,
she barely remember. I feel like anyone's names.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess.
But I was like, so I guess if they kill Gluttony, does that mean everyone's memories come? That'd be
really nice.
Oh god, that scene's gonna hurt that's gonna be a kick in the nuts.
Yeah, it will be.
It'll actually make me feel for Julius for a second.
Yeah.
Because I'll be like, oh my god, he just remembered his little brother. They're gonna give us like a background of his little brother because they always gave us one little scene of that.
Yeah. So we're gonna get the whole thing too.
Yeah. But then Rem.
Yeah.
But when he was like talking like Rem, I was like, you
garbage, you suck.
I hope Beatrice does something cool finally.
Yeah, after so long
of never doing anything cool.
Yeah, since season 1, pretty much.
I don't remember what she did. What was the cool thing she did in season 1?
She cracked space and time through Subaru out of it.
Oh yeah.
She has cool abilities. Like she's a grand spirit for a reason. Like her dark magic is good. Was useless against the Bowel Hunter, but she did want to die at that point, so it's a whole thing.
Oh yeah, she was all depressed at that point.
She actually did technically throw Subaru back to the sanctuary after that too. So she can do spatial stuff.
I just like her to see her do something. I guess when she did mess up the White Rabbits.
Yeah, she did. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And without her, they definitely would have stopped.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they wouldn't have done it.
Yeah. But it was a very good episode.
Oh, fantastic episode.
This season's gonna get a high rating.
Oh yeah, for sure. For me, yeah, this is better than season 2 for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah, it's nuts. I just don't know where they go from here now.
I know there's gonna be something. I think there's gonna be a really big reveal of something.
There's still a witch in this town.
I know.
Sealed up.
I know.
That they're definitely gonna unseal.
I know.
I can't wait to see what
So
happens.
who's left? So Lust has said she's leaving. And
Wrath is still there.
Wrath is definitely still there.
Yeah.
I think Wrath is gonna be gone though. Like Wrath will come back later in the show.
Later, you think? Yeah.
And then Gluttony's gotta die.
Gluttony has to die.
They're good. Otto and Beatrice are probably gonna kill Gluttony.
Mm.
They're Gluttony.
Yeah.
And
do
the
you think
other
both need to die in order for it to?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I think the other one's gonna escape.
Yeah. That would make sense. That make a lot of sense.
Because Julius from Cardo, like what?
Yeah,
what kind of team is that?
I don't know how they're gonna do that. Yeah. Especially that Gluttony seems stronger to me than this one.
Definitely,
like a lot stronger.
Actually, didn't the one that Otto was fighting say that one was stronger? Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that, but
he said that because he said they have names actually.
Yeah,
and then he said that one was stronger.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. He has cooler weapons.
Yeah, he doesn't have the stupid blades that are just wrapped on his wrist.
And then he has those little claw things, and then regular knives too.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
yeah, the one Otto's fighting is dumb.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. I'm very interested to see how that fight goes. But once again, man, Rezero just killing it.
Oh, really? This has been a phenomenal season.
It was worth every second of the split season they've done too.
Yeah, I saw this thing, and it was like, you know, the meme of like the person holding the baby up in the pool, and then it shows like, you know, the
kid's drowning,
and then it shows the skeleton, and it was like soul leveling, and then the kid drowning was like Rezero. Then the chair skeleton was like Sakamoto Days and all this stuff like this. And I was like, not the Normal Winners podcast.
No, we're up on that.
We're up on everything.
Not everything. Goods.
But like,
we're up on all the important stuff.
Yeah, and apparently stuff that's not considered important, which at the end of this episode, I'm going to tell you, it's important. Watch it.
Oh my goodness. I think we're the only ones talking about this too.
Absolutely we are. It's insane. We'll get to it at the end of the episode.
It doesn't make any sense.
Let's move on to Sakamoto Days, episode 11.
Woo! This was super fun.
This was a great episode.
This was a fantastic episode. What's his name? Lou.
His name?
No, that's her name. Lou is her name.
Lou is her name.
Her minder. The guy.
I try to remember his name for a second. It's like,
I don't know.
Huang or Wang. Or
Mr. Counting Cards guy is a fantastic addition.
Yes.
I'm so happy that he is he has the apron on. I hope he stays at the store. He's not saying he's leaving.
They gave him a salary at the end of the episode to leave.
Damn. That's unfortunate. I really enjoyed him. Anyways, it was a great episode of them just cheating their way through so much gambling.
I did love that. It was just like straight up cheating.
There's 100% Sakamoto like what?
Well, you know what?
The roulette table.
Well,
they were being cheated against.
They were cheating also. So
yes, they were.
If anything,
100%.
he evened up the playing field.
Sure. Yes. Even by dominating.
That'd be so cool.
Oh, I know. But how did Shin cheated by reading if they're gonna bluff or not, and just like going all in on everything. Yeah, when him and Lou fought at that table, I was dying laughing.
They're such a great couple.
Yeah, 100%.
Not a couple yet, but
they will.
Yeah. No, they're yelling, and he drops, and he has an ace and a king, and they're like, first of all, I love when he sits down, and the one guy's like, "Look at this kid. He looks like he works at some super crappy convenience store." I was like, nailed it.
You got that. You got some good eyes, buddy.
But I did, and then the super hot chick got the table. I don't know what that was.
I don't know what that was about. Yeah, she didn't talk again after she insulted Chin.
Yeah, no, after like, there's like, well, make sure we get a shot of her.
Yeah. Of course,
she wants to spend the manga. They were like, we have to.
Probably we have to.
And then Shin just bluffs his way through it, even though he doesn't know how to play the game.
No.
So I don't know how. Yeah, he just read minds, but. And then the guy was counting cards, which actually is very difficult. I try to learn it many of times. It's very difficult.
I'm good. Yeah,
it's a lot of math.
Yeah,
real quick.
I'm real good. I don't know about that. I don't know that.
And then classic, just first of all, I love how they did the exact same number of chips.
Did they? I didn't even catch that.
Oh yeah, him versus them.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Why would they? Well, sure. Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's add a little more to this. That was fantastic. When they decided to play Old Maid, though,
I don't know.
Every second of that card match was amazing.
It was. I just want to know: is Old Maid like the biggest card game in Japan? It's in so many animes.
It's just it probably it's probably very like here. It's probably a very common kids game, so everyone would know about it. Like. I'm not gonna lie, when they were talking about poker and stuff, and Shin was like, I don't know how to play, I mean, like, I have no idea what's going on either, because I don't know how to play poker.
Yeah.
Texas Hold'em, whatever you want to call it. I don't know how to play it. Like, I've done it a few times, couldn't tell you the rules to my life, though. And so, it's probably just one of those ones where it's like, the rules are so simple, and there's no way that people don't know what it is.
True. I didn't know what Old Maid was until I started watching anime.
Oh, really?
I never played that one.
Oh, that's wild. I played a bunch when I was a kid.
I never played that.
Never mind. That blows that theory up a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, I never played that game as a kid.
Yeah, I played it a lot.
Like, ever. We used to play, like, War and, like, Go Fish and stuff like that. But, like,
No.
Never old maid.
Old maid.
I even watched this episode. I was like, wait, so if you get a pear, you throw it in the middle? That's what happens?
Yes.
And you don't want to end with the old maid.
Yes.
I did like how Shin got stopped, though, by that guy. It was so
Just
funny.
the wall of math. I was like, this is great. And then she just absolutely shorted out.
Yeah, shorted out, hardcore, and just pass out. And
I knew it.
Also, I love how the start of it is great, where Lou's just like clearly no poker face at all. And then the guy still grabs the old maid.
I knew that was gonna happen. I knew he was gonna simp for her so hard with that moment. It was like, this is classic anime, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, you get a quick little background of Lou saving him from getting beat up from
Very nice stuff. Yes,
with his dumb diamond on his face still.
I don't know what that's about. Yes, but very nice stuff. Very great. He's like, and then because of her, he was able to rise up through the ranks of the mafioso, and with his nerdness and not his badassness and all that stuff.
It was Sakamoto Days. I can't remember, but he gets called nerd, and it just cracked me up watching it. It was in dubbed. He was just like, nerd. And I was like,
that was fantastic. Even catches Sakamoto cheating, which is pretty intense.
that was cool.
Yeah.
He did it so fast that like the guy was like, cool.
I was like, this one.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh,
I love the way that even though Sakamoto's still cheating, he's like trying to pull the card out of the Sakamoto.
100% cheating still, but whatever.
And what I do love is at the end though, the guys when they all pull all the guns out and they're like, what are you doing? They're like, we're trying to sticky games. We're the mafia. They're the triad. Like, we just kill people if they don't do what we want. And I was like, that's true.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You're the only mafia guy here speaking sense.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. And then he's like, what was his thing? It was like, the world still won't accept my ways
Yeah,
of math and being a nerd. Like, that's what, dude? You're part of a gang.
Also, they're all idiots for falling for his like, I knew this might happen, so I made it if you shot your guns, they would explode on you. I would have been like, no, you didn't, because that would make us utterly useless, and you never would have brought us anywhere.
Yeah. Like,
you made it so our guns don't work?
They just bought that. They bought that easily. Well, they also did do the whole game thing with him probably for a while.
Yeah,
so, like,
that's true.
they're probably not the smartest bulbs in the box.
That's true. I did like it, and then Sakamoto just and Lou beat the living crap out of him.
I liked how classic anime thing of like, how do we invigorate the character? Hey, you can impress the cute girl this way.
That was awesome. That was great, though. That was great. That was great.
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
And then I love like just in the classic anime where they just incorporate everything that's in the place. That's
using. And the music with Sakamoto, even though it's just
Sakamoto
was fantastic. Yeah. It's the beat when the beat down's happening.
What I love, and they always animate it really well in this Sakamoto with henchmen or something like that. They're always like so surprised.
Yeah.
They're just like, wait, what?
What? Oh no, the chubster! Oh no!
Oh, he's so much stronger than us.
Oh, but the real part of this episode that actually took the cake for me was the ending.
Oh yeah, where I wish I could remember. Really wish I could remember Lou's handler's name or Mender, whatever his name is.
Nerd boy.
When he first went for this is not the part you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, but just when he's like giving him information, they're like, "Yeah, we already knew this."
Yep, yeah, great. I'm not done talking.
As he's checking something out.
I know. As he's as he's just bitching about not working.
Yeah. But you're talking about the forced serial killers.
Yeah, and it's very interesting how it's like that slur faked their deaths, and then they're just here now to go attack Sakamoto.
Yeah. It's and they're all like very eccentric. It was weird because they were in a Chinese prison. Just double checking, none of them really look Chinese.
No, none of them do.
None of them.
They actually all kind of look American.
Yeah, and the one guy literally says manga, but he doesn't say manga at first, but he's like, haha. He's like Japanese comic books.
Yeah.
Which comic books are American. So
yeah, so he's probably American.
Yeah, I mean the other two people.
They all look American. The middle two look American, and then I could see them putting like the last two, like that one guy could be from Africa, and then the other.
I was like either they're from America or they're from Africa or something.
Yeah. Wasn't the first lady? She wasn't.
She was black.
She was black.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
She had white hair.
That's the sort of memory. And then Deer Boy came back.
Yeah, and I love it. They're like, "Yes, Chubster," and the Deer Boy's like, "Hey,
look at me."
I do like how his deer mask has bandages because
it got hurt too. Robo Boy is walking around with a cane because he got hurt so bad.
Mm-hmm. The one character I know I'm gonna hate is the kid who was complaining about pickles.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that he puts all the holes in people, right? Or is that the girl?
I forgot all of.
Okay,
I forgot who did what.
Obviously, big guy crushes everything down. Yeah. With insane grip strength, and then I think it's I think it's the American that.
I think they're all American. I think
the Americans
because the guy who crushed everything down. He said, "Why are Japanese hamburgers so small?"
Yeah, but that could be the African guy. I don't know. Man.
Where in Africa are you talking about?
Where in it's anime, man? I don't know. Where in China do they let some nerd run an entire mafia thing?
That's a good point. He's also way too muscular.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think I remember right. So blonde guy is the one that that pretty much only leaves like their like a little bit of blood around.
Oh yeah, that was gross. Yeah.
And then I think the other kid takes their skin off or something, and then she's the one that puts the full holes.
Yeah, I forgot the skin off thing.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's what they do.
Yeah, because they're all serial killers, and that's why I'm so confused about that. First of all, their body counts were insane.
I know.
Like the one guy's was like 200 or something.
That's
but
a
like,
lot of people.
but they're like, it's one of those things where it's like you're serial killers. You're not like bounty hunters. Like they're like go after these bounty hunters. I'm like that doesn't mean they know how to fight.
Yeah,
It means they know how to kill people.
Yeah, maybe they're seeing the thrill though, or something like that.
Yeah, they must be really good at killing people because like
yeah,
Slur has to understand
yeah
how strong Sakamoto is.
Yeah, and he's sending these guys after him.
I did like Sakamoto was asked like, "Do you know who that is, sir?" And he's like, nope.
Yeah, that was good. No idea who this guy is at all. Even though, and Shin can't even like recreate him for him.
Nope.
Sad but true.
Oh, what a great scene was! Side note, just I had to pull this up before we move on from it. When Shin's short circuited there with all the math, they're like, "It's like looking into the sun with a magnifying glass," and it was the sniper boy with a magnifying glass.
I didn't even catch that. The stupid one doing the stupid things. Oh, fantastic! I love Sniper Boy. Thank goodness they kept him in the show.
Yeah. But let's move on to the last anime, and the last time we will review this anime because it ended.
Sad.
And there's definitely no season 2.
Yeah.
Zenshu.
Episode
12, titled Zenshu.
Nice. This would have been if Soul Leveling had happened this week. This probably would have been my episode of the week. It still might be. I'm not sure.
And no, it's not Leveling. Come on.
Yeah, that fight was nuts.
Yeah, this anime has a chance to be easily the most underrated anime of the year.
Yes.
Right now, it's definitely the most underrated anime of the season. What a phenomenal conclusion!
It was beautiful.
First of all, when he did his transformation to the Ultimate Void, weren't you like, what?
What is going on? And the Ultimate Void, like, I thought it'd be like a little bit closer to what Memel turned into a while ago. No! It was like Cthulhu level, like, world-ending monster. And it was like, this thing's so badass looking.
And then I was like, what does it do? And then it shoots all these red swords. That sucks. But they explode into like ash turning
void water. Yeah.
I was like, what the
is going on right now?
Like, no. And then first of all, when Justice got hit directly, I was like, no,
my boy,
Justy Boo.
And then when that sad scene with the Destiny and the kids, and they're just like, it'll be fine.
We'll just go to close your eyes and think about tomorrow. I will say, twice they showed that stupid old lady at the grave. Don't care about her. F her. Yeah. She was all down with the world ending and stuff like that. Fine, she died. When she came back, I was like, yeah.
This is dumb. You don't deserve a happy ending.
Memo going out too, like the way she I was like,
tense.
Also, side note, when she pulls out Unio and Zenshu, not Zenshu, Unio and Natsuko, and Unio was like, Memo. He's like, I knew a cutie like you. Like,
if I put a stress signal out, you get me.
Yeah. Memel is a top tier babe.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Glad she got her eye back.
Oh, I know, yes. But her first of all archery ability was just going ham.
It was great. She was one of in the last episode she hasn't really been a pillar of the show. In this one she was a pillar of the show. Definitely. It was fantastic. I did like how Natsuko had to be like, hey, you sorted all your weird voice shit, right? And she's like, yeah. I like the ultimate exister now. Yeah. It's like, okay, good.
I'll double check there. I did like to what was I saying? So I had to like pause it because I was on the bike watching it, and then you were like walking by, and I was like halfway through the episode because when she's like, I have to draw something, I was like, what's she gonna draw this time? And she's going through everything she drew. Also, every time she was the Gundam she drew almost like yes. And she's like, I have to draw something that's like something I know perfectly. And I was like, and then when it was Luke, I was like, yes! What a cool idea!
That was so smart. It was so freaking good. And then and it was awesome for the first drawing. And then there was diminishing returns.
Yes.
Real fast.
I like the Luke that wins in the day is Hot Boy Luke.
Yeah, the one that was with the Gundam originally and all that stuff.
Shirtless
yeah.
Luke.
The shirtless one.
Of course, that's one.
Uh-huh.
Also, when it all came crashed, first of all, I was one of those anime where I was like, I don't know how they're getting out of this.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're getting out of this.
This thing's insane.
They're getting ruined.
Yeah.
When Unio did like a special like shell in between the shell that he was originally using and the one to protect her because he knew he was going down, and Memo, like as she was disappearing, shot her. But I was like, oh my god!
It did nothing.
I was like, what are you doing to us?
It did.
And then when like everything's dark and she's like, then QJ comes in.
Our boy.
I was like,
our boy. All he had to do was turn a lamp on too. It was like, yeah.
And then and as she's like drawing, she's like falling apart and everything. He screams out, "Remember, you are impossible." I was like,
how I want to make this. I think I might make this my screensaver background. How insane was that? Like just very well drawn and cool that scene where he like comes in, turns the lamp on for her, and they're drawing, and there's out of the darkness the void focuses on her.
Yeah, that was like, awesome. Whoa! That was awesome.
This was like it was insane what they were doing. Like even her whole when she was like doing a ham with the Lukes, she like the music was going off, the animation was going off. It was like that scene where it just her drawing in the light, and you have Memo on one side, and Uni on the other. And it was like,
scene.
I never thought I'd see this. It was great.
It was so great, especially when she was like, I'm gonna do this, blah blah, and then like it's like you knew it was the last episode, so you get a little. But it was like Zenshu was like, let's go,
draw a new future. When she said time to draw a new fate,
future
or whatever. When she said herself,
I love when she was like, Tales of Perishing. This is already ended. Now on to like the new. I was like,
let's go.
Fuck you, you stupid turtle bird.
Who is actually not some wise sage with a different message. She's just a miserable bitch.
Yeah.
She wanted the bad ending. She was like, everyone really likes bad endings. And
But
even when they...
What a hipster. What a hipster.
So annoying. The whole world gets remade anew with all specialness and happiness, and she's still miserable. Mm-hmm. It's like, this is stupid. Go fuck yourself.
Get her out of here.
You should have turned her into chicken wings when you had the chance. Mm-hmm. So stupid.
Get her out of here.
Yeah, get her out of her. Why does Natsuko have to go back, but you get to stay?
Also, when Natsuko finally does it, saves the day. Amazing. And then as she does it, she's like, Luke, I love you. I was like, oh my god. And then her and Luke are there together. I was like, oh. And then they're about to kiss, and then it cuts to like everything gets better. But I was like, "You fools! How dare you take this from us?
Give me this!
I know.
I've waited 12 episodes for this.
It felt like I've waited eternity.
It does. Then the show has been so good from start to finish.
Evidently, it was a Wizard of Oz style thing.
Yes, it was. Although at the end there, it was like.
I think that was like metaphorically.
You think that Unio's horn was glowing?
I once again, I think that I don't think that was actually happening.
I think it was actually happening.
But I'm going to look up this manga. You don't think I won't, but I will.
Sure, yeah.
Because I don't think there's a season 2 coming for this.
No, it's at the end.
What?
It's at the end.
Yeah, I really think that's just the whole entire thing.
Which it's perfect, nice, concise.
Perfect.
Awesome, concise.
It was, usually if they do an ending of a show where magic, like timey-wimey stuff happens and everyone just magically gets saved, I'm usually like, what a lame excuse. This one I was like,
thank goodness this happened.
This makes so much sense, first off.
Yes, totally.
All the crystals came back and everyone is okay now.
Yep, and even the dead guy, people that died before
the mermaid, she's fine.
Yeah, they're totally fine. The golem came back.
Yeah, great.
Love it.
Fantastic. Luke deserves this.
Luke does deserve this.
You know who didn't deserve to come back? The angry mob. They could have stayed dead. Same with that old lady. Don't care about her either.
Those people deserve to be not here.
Also, those cultist people who wanted to die.
Yeah,
they were like, yes. I was like, get these people out of
here. Yeah, it was messed up. The two elf girls that put QJ back together just instantly die.
Yeah, they got wrecked.
They got wrecked instantly.
Oh, QJ rocks.
QJ coming back was sick. That was.
And honestly, I forgot. Like they put him back together. That was pretty early in the episode. I was like, oh, so he's coming back. Yeah. I forgot.
I did too. Yeah.
Until like he turned
on.
Yeah.
It's like,
remember you are impossible.
QJ,
I was like, QJ.
Imagine getting brought back there, just to disappear like 20 minutes later.
I know. Well, he did his part. He did his part
again for you.
Classic. Sacrificed himself. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. He knows that he's the man that steps up every time.
Yep. Absolutely.
Every single time.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
And Unio. Oh, remember when Unio was like, she's like, save Luke because like there's no more like what is he has like a whole mini speech where he's like we no longer like need pain or stuff or like gonna be fighting anymore. It's almost like a speech he gave the episode before.
Yeah, I was overwhelmed by everything that was going on.
There was a lot going on. Natsuko's like just crying while she's drawing because Memo just died. I was like, yeah.
I remember this. Yeah.
Justice's death was so epic.
That was insane when he got hit head on. Oh, defending kids too. Oh my goodness.
Once again, we'll say it every time. This is last time because we're not can't review the show anymore. This director is the worst. She wrote this ending.
She wrote this horrendous ending.
Yeah.
Horrendous ending. And the world was worse.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh, yeah.
Way worse. For some reason, Memo was the only one that didn't like regress back into evil voidness.
That's true.
But beyond that, everything else went back to being bad because you wrote a terrible world and it sucked. Mm-hmm. Everyone was unhappy. Mm-hmm. There was no happiness in this friggin' movie.
She hates happy endings.
Yeah.
Because she's like an artist.
No one likes happy endings. Like
everyone does. Everyone does.
Get out of here.
Everyone does.
Get out of here. You suck.
Yeah.
You suck so
hardcore. Easily most underrated anime of the season. It is an ending of a season, so you have to rank it.
Gonna rank it 8.7.
We get an 8.7.
Yeah, we get 8.7 out of me.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 8.9.
Nice, fair.
It's close to a 9 for me because they're like for just a 12 episode anime series, it's pretty up there.
It is pretty up there.
It was like watching a Studio Ghibli film.
Yeah, the entire time. Mappa animated the crap out of this. Mm-hmm. It was just like every second of the episode. Like what I liked about this anime because it was so short is that everything was so concise. There wasn't like a lot of fodder or bluff or anything like that. Like I didn't have to skip through anything, which was really nice. It was just really good, concise story. And it was fantastic.
So funny because as the show started, it's just so funny. Like I would have never guessed I would have loved this show as much as I did.
Yeah.
Like also, yeah, you're right. Nobody's talking about the show.
Yeah.
Literally not a soul.
It's so wild, too.
It's crazy.
Maybe it's really popular in Japan, though.
I hope so. It rocks.
It's really good. It deserves so much popularity.
Yeah.
It better be in next year's Anime Awards.
Yeah, it might be for like best animation. That's very
something like that, yeah. It better be in there.
Or best sidekick. Side character, Unio.
That'd be for Unio, yeah.
Or QJ.
Or QJ. I'd vote QJ, yeah.
Oh, come on.
QJ's the boy. QJ's the man.
Yeah, he's the man. He's literally a robot we made fun of constantly. And then in one episode, we're like, no!
Then he came back.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
But so good.
I'm going to miss it.
Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.